Hello, I'm the Independent Patient Rights Advisor, and I'm here to explain to you that as a patient in this hospital, you have important rights. I'm here to help you understand your rights. Your treating team includes a psychiatrist, a psychiatric registrar, and a nursing staff member. It may also involve support from an allied health staff member, such as a psychologist, a social worker, or occupational therapist. You may also receive assistance from peer support workers and consumer companions who have a personal lived experience of mental illness. While you're here, you'll be treated in the least restrictive way which protects your rights and promotes your recovery. Your views and preferences will be taken into account by your treating team. Your physical health needs will also be looked after whilst you're here. If a doctor determines that you're too unwell to make informed decisions about your treatment, then you'll be placed under the Mental Health Act, such as a treatment authority. The treating team must tell you if you're being treated under the Mental Health Act and what this means. Rest assured, when you're being treated under a treatment authority, you continue to have rights. It's important that you understand your treatment plan, so ask as many questions as you can. You have the right to receive accurate and timely information about your treatment, to be regularly reviewed, to have your treatment explained to you, and to be involved in the decisions about your care. You can also have written information about the treatment you're receiving. If you're placed under the Mental Health Act, you will receive written information within 7 days about what type of order you are on, such as a treatment authority, and the reasons for this decision. Once the treatment criteria no longer apply, or there is a less restrictive way for you to receive treatment, your treatment authority will no longer be in place. You have the right to use the ward phone and to write letters. You may also be able to use your mobile phone and electronic devices, which is decided on a case-by-case basis. There may be some restrictions as to when and where you can use a mobile phone. Please remember that the use of photography and video is strictly prohibited to protect everyone's privacy. We understand that for some of you, your family, carer, and other support people play an important role in supporting you in your life. That's why your treating team will involve your family or carer about your treatment and keep them updated. You can also request that your treating team do not speak to your family. Your family and support people can visit you here during visiting hours too. Having a nominated support person can be beneficial to your recovery. You can appoint 1 or 2 nominated support people by completing this form. Choose someone you trust who will best represent you and your views to your treating team. A nominated support person can be your spouse, a family member, or a close friend. It's important you understand the treating team will share confidential information about your treatment with your nominated support person. Your nominated support person will also receive all the written notices that you receive, and if you wish, they can support you at the Mental Health Review Tribunal hearings. Remember, you can always change who you would like to have as your support person when you're well again. If you decide not to have a nominated support person, your treating team can still communicate with your family and involve them in decisions about your care. If you or your family have concerns about the treatment and care that you're receiving, you can ask for an independent second opinion. The second opinion will be made by another health practitioner, such as a psychiatrist, who is separate from your treating team. If you would like to have an independent second opinion, discuss your request with your doctor in the first instance or with the Independent Patient Rights Advisor. If you need to see your lawyer regarding your Mental Health Review Tribunal hearing or any other legal matter, you have the right to be visited by your legal representative or advocate service at any reasonable time. If you've been charged with a serious offence, you may be able to request a free psychiatrist report to help the chief psychiatrist decide whether to refer your matter to the mental health court. Just ask your doctor or speak to an independent patient rights advisor about this. If you're being treated involuntarily under the Mental Health Act, you'll be reviewed by the Mental Health Review Tribunal, commonly referred to as the MHRT. The MHRT are independent and not part of your treating team. Your first review should occur within 28 days. If you disagree with your involuntary status, you have the right to request a tribunal hearing. Your doctor will be asked to write a report about the treatment you're receiving, and you should read the report before the tribunal hearing. You can also attend your tribunal hearing and share your views about your involuntary treatment and what is said in the doctor's report. There is a self-report to the Mental Health Review Tribunal form, which you can complete, and you can speak to the tribunal members at the hearing. You can be represented at the tribunal hearing by your nominated support person, a lawyer, or another person. Some people will automatically receive free legal representation at the tribunal. If you want to know more about if you qualify for a free lawyer, ask to speak to the independent patient rights advisor. If you don't want a lawyer, you do not have to have one, but you should tell the lawyer who's been appointed to represent you. You can also pay for a private lawyer if you prefer. After the hearing, you and your nominated support person will receive the written decision in the mail. You can request the reasons for the decision. If you don't agree with the decision, in some cases, you can appeal the decision to the mental health court. If you need a language interpreter or a sign interpreter, your treating team will arrange free professional interpreter services. The tribunal will also arrange an interpreter for your tribunal hearing. Your treating team can also arrange a person with cultural knowledge to assist you to understand your treatment and express your treatment wishes and preferences. If you'd like cultural support, please ask a member of your treating team. Your cultural support person can also attend your tribunal hearing. There are some items which are not allowed in this mental health unit to ensure everyone's safety. The treating team will tell you what items are restricted and what are prohibited in this facility, and this may differ in each hospital. In case you haven't heard about it yet, having an Advance Health Directive for mental health is one way which allows you to make decisions for yourself about your future mental health care. In the Advance Health Directive for mental health, you can describe the treatment you would like to receive and the treatment you do not want to receive, appoint a person you trust to make decisions about your treatment, and express your views, wishes, and preferences about your treatment. To the greatest extent possible, your treating team must follow the views, wishes, and preferences you've set out in your Advance Health Directive, as long as it's consistent with appropriate and safe clinical practice. If you would like to have an Advance Health Directive for mental health, you can complete one together with your doctor. It will also need to be witnessed by a GP or a lawyer. If you, your family or carer are concerned about your treatment and believe that your mental or physical health is getting worse, not doing as well as expected, or not improving, talk to your nurse or doctor first. If you're not satisfied with the response you receive, talk to the nurse in charge. If you're still not satisfied with the response and you continue to be concerned about your deterioration, you can phone 13 Health and request a Ryan's Rule clinical review and provide your name and the hospital you're in. A Ryan's Rule nurse or doctor will then review you. Your opinion matters, and we welcome your compliments, complaints, and suggestions verbally or in writing. The quickest way to raise any concerns and have your issue resolved is to speak with a staff member or the independent patient rights advisor. If your complaint has not been resolved to your satisfaction, you can also make a complaint to the community visitor or to the Office of the Health Ombudsman. These agencies are independent of the hospital and health service. The independent patient rights advisor or a staff member can assist you to contact the community visitor or the Office of the Health Ombudsman. By now, you should have a copy of the Statement of Rights. This document explains everything that you've heard in this video. If you haven't received one, ask your nurse or the independent patient rights advisor. This is a summary of your important rights. You have the right to access fair and timely information by your treating team, to communicate by mail, phone, or electronic device, to have your family, carers, and support people be involved in your treatment decisions, to have 2 nominated support people, to make a request for an independent second opinion, to have a psychiatric report if you have committed a serious criminal offence, to have your say to the tribunal if you are on an involuntary order, to attend the tribunal, have a lawyer represent you, and to have someone support you, to have an interpreter and to have cultural support, and to make a complaint. If you want to know more about your rights, you can always speak to me, the Independent Patient Rights Advisor. I do not work for the Mental Health Service, and I'm available during normal business hours. You can ask to contact an Independent Patient Rights Advisor anytime, by phone, email, or in person. Look for a brochure or ask the treating team for our number. You do not need permission from the treating team to contact the independent patient rights advisor. We're here to support you and your support persons in your journey towards recovery.